Welcome back to Game Devs Play Games, where we play games. And we're back, getting the ultimate weapon.
So we did all the things that we were supposed to do. He was in the middle of crafting another weapon. That's why he wasn't accepting the thing before. And then I waited around for a very long time as I did other quests and stuff until he finally called me.
Dude, you did some things in the meantime.
I did some things.
You killed.
I have money now.
You have a lot of. It's ridiculous. Yeah, you did all the like super simple quests that we just were like, yeah, we'll never do this.
I did like 3 or 4 of them, and I have a lot of money now, like more than I'm gonna need.
You
really.
killed a level 40 monster in the area.
It was
giant lobster. he was just there, and you're like, yeah, I could kill him. You did.
Oh right, and when you complete this, Sid gives you a thing.
He scratched some nonsense into it.
Something about he had a hammer and he gave it to Sid, and like, I don't know.
What? Sid's old hammer. Can we use it for something?
It's a key item. I don't know what it does.
Maybe that's to get the ultimate weapon number 2.
Ooh, Ultimate Blade 2.
Or maybe...
Ready? Ready?
I mean, maybe there are multiple ultimate weapons. It would only kind of make sense.
I guess that's entirely possible. And dumb. Alright. Ultimate Blade 364.
Legit. Damn.
Yep.
That does more than some of your King's Blades. And it doesn't deplete your health.
And it's fast. Because a lot of the King's Blades are like slow.
That's pretty solid. I like that.
Right?
So now we get to board the boat to Cape Cam.
Yeah, I just realized that there's some shrines and stuff we could have gone to get more weapons, but... Oh.
Sure.
Sure.
Before we sell them accidentally.
Brace yourselves for power. Power. Alright.
I mean, we'll come back here someday.
Probably.
Probably.
But yeah,
well,
so there's a cool
when
weapon
we can fly anywhere.
There's a cool weapon we're missing out on. I will say that.
Whatever.
Hey, look who it is.
Got it.
It's a item that you throw. It's like a disc weapon or something like that you throw. I don't remember.
Why are we skipping it?
Because we're going on the boat.
No. Waiting for you in Altissia.
Well, got it.
Takes a special kind of person to deal with Noctis. A la Nathan.
There you go, pup. Now I want you to travel back across the ocean.
For that simple message. God, that poor dog. He seems so happy, but really he's like...
No! I changed my mind.
So, this is going down to a boat?
Yes.
Interesting. Lighthouses aren't traditionally like a boatyard, are they? They're just usually towers for showing the shoreline, really.
Yes.
Prince Noctis, even the marshal came to say goodbye.
Yeah, even
Who
the marshal.
said that?
Little Jared.
But, oh, he's in there. I was like, Little
I
Jared?
heard the regalia's going on the boat.
Is that the
with
soul
you.
of Big Jared?
Hey, the Regalia's going to the boat with you. What's up, baby? How you doing?
Guess it's goodbye for now.
Yes, it is.
I swear, Iris, you have teleporting powers. We were just in Lestalem, and she gave us the Moogle stuffed animals.
Something I gotta get off my chest. What's that?
Oh. What's up, Core?
I'm
sorry.
blind.
Sorry I wasn't there for your father.
You're a little late to apologize there, buddy, but...
But I wasn't strong enough to uphold it.
By strong enough, you mean you were at the convenience store at the time? Or like, what's the...
I really wanted to get a slushie.
He told me not to go,
Yeah.
but I was really thirsty. And that's why I was weak.
But you need to realize just what you mean to the boys by your side.
I do.
Because both of them
They can't
knew
solve your
his father,
problems.
and they were his bodyguard at the time.
Hide what's going on from
And Noctis has his own bodyguards.
hurts like hell.
It's like they're reliving.
And there's a box of bones on the table.
Oh,
That's like chicken bones, like specifically, well, chicken bones, but not just like any bones, like a specific type of bone.
Here's the theme of the game. They're your brothers. Trust in them. Oh, don't smile, Sid.
Oh yeah. Now y'all get on.
You're
Brace
too
yourselves
grumpy.
for power.
You brace yourselves for power. I mean, that was a charming moment. I think that was a good moment to like really drive home the point of the game. I know.
Oh yeah, it was actually a really good, like really important moment. What?
Oh, they're not bolts, bones.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. I mean, it was a good scene. We you okay there, Corey? It's like I'm thinking about something.
This is too much fun.
Oh, take a picture of that picture.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Can I like crouch because? Oh, wait. How am I?
This is why Promptus, the photographer.
I just.
It's.
Howdy.
Wait, was that an N behind the crate?
I was looking over here. There's the book.
Oh.
Cosmogony.
Oh, rotted soil under blighted sky, dread plague of the wicked.
Has rot.
In the light of the gods sworn aside. Against the dock of the king's battlefall. Oh, now is when you skip it.
Yeah.
I was like,
No,
when is he gonna go past it? I'm talking.
My name is Noctis, and I like fishing, but I've also got to destroy the darkness with my light. That is basically what it said. Where was the item you were talking about? There is one around here. I just don't know.
I must have seen something.
Maybe. Okay. Gotta talk to this guy.
Too many tools.
Ready?
Here. Learn to wield not only weapons, but magic as well.
This is the first time anyone has actually talked about the magic flask. That's it. That's the first time anyone said anything about it. This late in the game, somebody has acknowledged whatever those are. Just pointing it out.
Final Fantasy just leveled up.
Level up.
Yeah. I mean, we've already talked that one to death.
Yes,
But, I mean, at least it finally happened.
Boom, high potion. Wanna take a dip?
I mean, who knows? Maybe Jared actually was like a Tremere Lich and knew everything about magic and was just like, take this flask.
Maybe.
Invitation? Get your asses on board.
But I don't know how.
There's no ladder.
Teleport.
And this is when open world teleporting opens up too. Like Noctis goes, oh, that's right, I could do that.
Like halfway through the game, they're like, you can now teleport anywhere you want.
Hey,
You're
man. Then it would be pretty,
Don't worry, little Jared. We will. Stop calling me that. It hurts my feelings.
I mean, you know, if suddenly now you could just teleport anywhere to navigate across the world, it would be pretty akin to the flow of Final Fantasy 13. You can't explore for most of the game. 2/3 of the way through the game, all right, now you can explore freely.
Yeah.
like, thanks? I already don't care. I stopped caring like 2 chapters ago. Not this. I'm still having fun with this one.
I know. This is way too much fun. Oh.
Remember that time that people yelled at us for us pooping on Final Fantasy X-2? And they're like, the thought that that game is bad is such a meme. Shout out to that guy. Because we definitely have played that game and both don't like it for very similar reasons.
I, out of spite, didn't finish it.
A great combat system, though.
It was a very solid system.
It was the precursor to 13, actually, and I like the combat system in 13. I think we talked about this in the series, too.
Yeah. Oh, it was just the downside was, like, the enemies leveled up as you leveled up, so it was kind of like a... What's the point of leveling?
It was the
I think you could beat
Elder
the game
Scrolls
at, like, level 9.
The like Elder Scrolls problem, like dynamic enemy levels. It's like, why am I leveling up if it doesn't really matter?
Yeah, at that point you should just have a system where you don't level up, but you just get new abilities. So at least you see a change in the gameplay, and the player gets to be like, hey, get to have fun with the different experiences and everything. But
I mean, that's where games like Borderlands, I think, tend to be pretty successful, right? Because they do a bit of that dynamic leveling, although they might have stopped. I don't remember. The first one might not have done it as much as the second.
The second one, like, for the most part, when you revisited old areas, you would just fly by enemies. They would just, like, die in, like, 2 hits or 1 or whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
Because that game had it to where it was, like, every level really mattered. So if you were 2 levels below something, good luck. And if you were 3 levels below, you couldn't even hurt it.
Even if they had dynamic leveling, it still would work fairly well because that game's focus was on
this guy
unlocking
is
new
who I
abilities.
was talking about.
Yeah, he was kind of who I had in mind, but he still barely rings a bell.
A wedding day arrives, but without a bride.
Of course, we've come for the Hydrian, and you've gone to such lengths to prepare.
Merely my duty.
Ah, but for an outsider to lead the Imperial army must be a battle in and of itself. You've spoken to Lady Lunafreya.
No.
That obstinate secretary, standing in the way, while you rush off to slay the Hydrian for your poor sister's sake. I know the price of the Covenant.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what any of that meant.
It's kind of how I feel.
It's like, why give us a cut scene
that doesn't tell us anything?
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of shows us their relationship a little bit more, but at the same time, there's not much to go off of, since we already know that dude is like, what's his name?
Arden?
Arden. Yeah, we already know that he's like, he has blurred lines on whose side he's on. Are you controlling that?
I can steer it left and right a little bit, but doesn't actually do anything.
Weird. Especially because Ignis isn't driving this time. This is cool, though. This is really beautiful.
Right?
The water effect is excellently done. Damn.
We'll have to see for ourselves. Can't let Lady Lunafreya do all that.
I know we poop on this game a lot.
It's a pretty game. That was usually never the question.
Oh wow, you could even skip this if you really wanted to. I don't want to, but
And it's point of view.
yeah, right. Yeah, no, I think this game is beautiful in a lot of spots. I mean, that was obviously like something that they put a lot of effort into too, but so they're talking about Lunafreya.
So yeah, they're also talking about the King's Ring and how it's like another magical item that is able to power, you know, a lot and Superman. Basically, the world is composed of like a few small, incredibly powerful magic items, MacGuffins. She is a MacGuffin.
Yeah, I was gonna say she has a ring too.
But her ring is supposed to go to the king. It's supposed to go to you.
Oh,
Like she's holding on. She escaped with it out of the city. So she's
so Noctis doesn't have a ring.
no. His father's ring is with her right now. It's one reason, one of many reasons you're trying to meet up with her. So there's that. They're talking about Ravison' special arm that he has, and I remember in the movie that we were talking about Kingsglaive or what? Yeah, Kingsglaive. He lost his arm, so they replaced it with some Magitech arm, and that's why he's able to throw Gladio into a power like it was nothing.
That's intense.
Which is what they just said. So there's that. They also talk about how we're supposed to get to Leviathan, and Leviathan is a terribly powerful summon, which it is scary as hell because it's the god of the ocean. So it's
Yes.
But I have my doubts. Ravus wears the sword, yet doesn't wield it.
For all his newfound powers, he's still the Chancellor's lapdog, holding on to the enemy king's sword.
And the cutscene talks about something like the one that we had before this. He's trying to save his sister by killing Leviathan, but we don't know why or how that makes any sense.
I assume that context will be delivered later. But that is interesting.
I don't know. Kind of.
Never know which way that one's
Just gotta get past this chapter.
I mean, I suppose there have been multiple points that we've already passed where we were like, but there was no context.
Yeah.
And why was there no context? Well, we never. I mean, the most significant point was after Titan that we had our little breakdown. But
Not your type.
I'm hopeful that we get context for other things.
As Gladio said,
So that was the moment, you just missed it. That was the moment
For phonies.
where Ignis says, "No, I don't really care for Arden," and Prompta goes, "Oh, not your type." That's the moment I was talking about, where I was like, "Oh, okay,
Maybe Ignis has swings for the men.
maybe." But they don't, like, once again, it's not
You
obvious.
say you always wanted to go sailing?
Yeah, but all this ocean
I mean,
gets
that's
kinda
all
bland
they
after
need
a
to do.
while.
Plant the seed to make us think that way, right?
Amazing and life.
But at the same time, you could argue like, oh, maybe it's them just like joking around that way.
It's entirely possible.
I like the idea that Ignis is probably gay. I think that adds more flavor to the party dynamic and him as a character.
Yeah, I was gonna say, especially him as a character, because as it is right now, it's like, Ignis, what do you do? I cook. And that's like his dynamic right now.
Well, he's the nerd.
Also, yeah, but it's like he doesn't know things that you feel like he should know. For instance, he doesn't know who Arden is. And it's all, but there's that dynamic also that he's just the sarcastic jerk.
I mean, that's fair.
Which, for that purpose, I'm totally in tune with him.
I was gonna say, I mean, that's right up your alley.
Never talked face to face again. Should have paid a visit while I had the chance.
Oh, Sid's driving.
No use dwelling
Yep.
on it now.
Uh,
The regalia
Somewhere.
and
Oh, there he is.
Altissia for a good
All right.
while.
yes, we believe so.
In that case, I'll tune her up for y'all. Not that I'll have much to do, though. Well, with Cindy looking after the old girl,
If you say she's good, she must be great.
she was never afraid of hard work. Heaven knows she had a hard childhood.
A hard childhood.
He means your parents.
Lost them both when she was little. Was big enough to understand, though. And to hurt. But you wouldn't guess that, seeing her now.
Not at all. She's always so cheerful.
Well, that ought to tell you how far she's come.
Now, you must have seen your fair share of Altissia by now.
Yeah, only done been the once. Stayed a good while, though.
What's it like?
Big old city.
this is where the game starts.
Well, it ain't the
That's
Crown
beautiful.
City.
Altissia's a work of art.
I mean,
We went there for the Chocobo Festival.
I was gonna
so
say,
you'll see
we
it with
got a
that.
taste of it.
Yeah.
Good.
But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that doesn't really give you the full picture.
Now, right?
Yeah.
We'll be there in no time. Nice.
It seems like they're setting up for a big reveal of the city too. Be like, turn the corner and be like,
No play?
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, this whole region is super beautiful too. I think it reads very well how handcrafted the environment is, which I'm pretty sure they did, like, just about everything. I don't think they did a ton of procedural placement of, like, vegetation and that stuff. But this whole trek through the ocean and into this area, like, the rock formations are all so, like, uniquely placed, and it makes it feel really natural. And adds a lot to the beauty of the environment. It doesn't look like we're seeing the same thing over and over again.
Absolutely. It is, the only downside to it is that it's just scenery is the best way to put it. It's not that's kind of it's not really a setting. It's just a scene.
Yeah.
And that's
I
kind
agree.
of the issue with it.
Or maybe like the disappointment of it, like
Yeah.
you kind
Like, I want there to be more. So you were saying about setting up.
big reveal.
This world could use
Very
some
cool.
wisdom.
I'm all about this.
Now knocked.
This particle effects too. Damn. Just like opens fire on us.
Vessel have an entry permit?
Nope.
Book it.
Entry permit?
Relax. I got one.
Don't mind us.
I'm the king of insomnia.
That's the other thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. How do we not know who Arden is? How do they not know who the King of Insomnia is? Isn't his face everywhere?
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty big deal.
That's why you should.
I mean, at the same time, it would be pretty douchey if Noctis was like, "Do you know who I am?"
But like, No, but I mean, I do now.
I mean, like, kind of, but, like, that doesn't mean that you're above the rules.
Just drives right off the edge.
I mean, you just kind of go in that direction.
I'm trying to steer left.
You would. I really want it to happen, guys.
I like to run
Can we
into
break the boat?
Yeah. No.
Ooh, pre-rendered cutscene? And it definitely has a different lighting quality to it.
It was a smooth enough transition.
Wow, yeah. I mean, I wasn't complaining. Usually if you do pre-rendered cutscenes, they're usually not that short. I was like, I was ready for some sequence to happen and be like, oh. It was like, oh, well, that's it. Well, it's still cool. Yes.
So, we have arrived.
What's next? Immigration? What do you mean? There's still more?
Actually, this part I kind of enjoyed.
Really?
What is the
This
purpose
right here.
of your visit?
Purpose,
I don't want to give Sid experience.
a little help.
Bigness.
Utterly hopeless. We are scholars of the culinary arts, and we've come to study the renowned cuisine of your fair nation.
Is that so? I wish you an enlightening stay.
Another one you owe me.
The guard's like, what the fuck did that mean?
Oh, interesting.
Huh.
You want to check Wescom's place out?
Okay, so if you say, if you ask, I guess I had Sid do it in my playthrough.
Mm-hmm.
If you tell Sid to do it, Sid's like, I don't know. And the guy just looks at you and he goes, you're not supposed to be here, are you? And you're like, and he's like, well, 500 gil says that I forget.
Whoa!
And you just bribe him to let you through. And I loved that. I was like, well, that would explain how you would get past certain parts of the Empire, because people need to make a fucking living.
What happens if you don't hit 500 gil, though? Oh! The QA.
Oh,
in
you
me
know
is
what?
screaming.
I think you do that, but I think Sid pays it out of his pocket or something like that. So I don't think that's, unfortunately, not.
Rats.
That was it. I would do it.
We're overtime, technically. Oh, I guess we're 2 minutes over.
Perfect. Cool. So we have officially reached Altissia with the Ultimate Blade in hand.
And chapter 9, no less.
Yeah, we're catching up to where I'm at.
Yeah, it's pretty soon we're going to be in the unknown territory. I mean, this is all new to me anyway, but...
It's pretty cool. Pretty soon we'll go to a cafe, talk to a dude, and meet Hillary Clinton. I'm not joking.
I feel like I remember you mentioning something about this.
It's amazing.
All right, well, question of the day. What do you guys think about the scenery build-up to Altissia? And do you share Nathan's disappointment that it's not utilized more, or do you think that it did everything it needed to set up the scene to bring us here and to introduce the new environment?
Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the conversation and the backstory on the characters, and because we don't have enough of that. And
I think
it was very pretty.
And I think it was very on theme, too, which is, I think, ultimately where I was satisfied with that whole transition, because a huge portion of the game is just sitting in the car, listening to them chatting with each other while we're in transit. So I felt it was appropriate, especially for a big transition like this. So yeah, that thing.
Like kind of like a weird Quentin Tarantino movie, where it's like, oh, this movie is going to take place in the car the whole time. And you're just going to listen to an hour and a half of these people having a conversation in the car. And then the last 30 minutes of the movie, they get out of the car and kill a giant creature. And then they get back in with steak in hand, and then they go cook it. And that's the end of the movie.
Not inaccurate.
That would be really
Core
hilarious.
difference being
I
that
would watch this.
Tarantino's usually really dark about it. This is still pretty like, we're going to go kill a monster.
Yeah. Maybe Tarantino should have had his hand in this.
Ooh, I'd play that.
Right? Anyway,
We are
guys,
playing it anyway.
You've heard the question of the day. Do the thing, and we'll talk to you later. Why is everybody talking to me? I'm not doing anything. Leave me alone, man.
They're like, are you the king of insomnia?
I think actually there are a lot of people that just like immediately like, oh, there he is. Alright guys, till next time.